Okay, then. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. Okay, first of all, for everyone, you guys have registered for the course, right? So you guys will be remembering the one link that you clicked for registration of the course. Once the session ends, you have to go on to that one link, and just beside your progress bar, you will see generate certificate, and that is where you will get the certificate. Okay, and for everyone who is new, please don't forget to register for the course. And also, there is a documentation link pinned in the chat where we have mentioned everything like how to register for the course and the documentation of everything that I'm teaching from the last 5 days. Also, it is mentioned there. And guys, today is the last day. So I hope that you guys are excited, and I hope that we are having so much fun till now. Please let me know, guys, everyone. Okay, now then, everyone, let's move ahead. So now, see, guys. Yesterday, we learned event handling. Yesterday, we learned DOM manipulation. We saw how to select the element and how to manipulate its CSS, how to manipulate its content. Okay. And we also talked about array of objects. Okay. Now, guys, we'll be using these three concepts mainly to create our project. Okay. So, guys, shall we go ahead? Shall we start with the project, everyone? Can you please confirm that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new folder and let's call it as project. You can call it anything, up to you guys. Okay. So let's go. So that's good. So guys, here we go. New folder for project. Let's quickly go ahead and create a new file in that folder. I'm going to call it as index.html. This is where my HTML file will be. Okay. And I'm going to create one more file where I'll be writing my CSS. So I'm going to call it as style.css. And then I'm going to create one more file. And guys, today, you have to focus a lot, okay? Please, I want your complete focus. So you can see now, I have a new folder, or let's do one thing, guys. Let me just open this folder because this whole file and folder collection will make it look very messy. So what we'll do, we'll quickly go ahead and open a new folder, and we'll just open this folder that we have created right now. Okay, so inside this, not this one, open folder. Inside this, I want to open this folder. Okay, so now in our VS Code, only that folder is opened, and we have three files, guys. One is our HTML, where we'll be creating all our content. Then one will be CSS, where I'll be writing the CSS for all the content. And then finally, our JS page. Okay, so guys, let's start. So first off, we'll be starting with our basic HTML code. Okay, and let's call it as, so we are not creating complete Netflix because it will take weeks to create. So what we'll do, we'll just call it some part of Netflix, something like that. So our site is only some part of Netflix. Okay. Now, first thing is we're going to be connecting our CSS file to our HTML file. So link, we have to use link for that, / in the same folder, style.css. And the basic thing again, guys, we need to connect our JS file as well. And guys, in this project, I'm using external JavaScript. Okay. So script. And guys, don't worry, that will be the first thing that I'll be teaching you, how to take user input. Don't worry about that. src./script.js. Okay, guys, everyone, I hope we are understanding everything till now. Just a confirmation. I hope the whole setup is cleared. Three files, one HTML file for the content, for image, all that stuff, where we'll be displaying that. One CSS file for styling all my content that we'll be creating on the web page. And then one JS file where I'll be writing all the code. Okay, that will help me to create that filter and generating elements. So see, normally we write internal CSS, right? We go ahead and write style, and here we can write styling. But my CSS will also get bigger, right, in future. So that's why I'm also going to write CSS in a separate file. I have created a separate CSS file. This is the player I'll be writing. This is the file where I'll be writing my CSS. Okay, that is why. That's how you link a CSS file. Just like, see, you use script to link a JS file. Just like that, you also use a link tag to link CSS file. Okay, so same thing. It's one and the same thing. By using link tag, you link a CSS file. By using script tag, you link a JS file. That's all. External CSS and external JavaScript. Okay. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's start, everyone. Now, let's start with the basic setup first. Okay. First, I'm going to be using a header tag to create my header. Okay. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to give it a class of header. And let's apply some CSS. Okay. Let's apply some CSS to it quickly. So let's go and let's apply some CSS to header. So header, I want you to have width of 100% and height of, let's say height of 50 pixels. And for now, let's give it a background color of black. Now, first of all, guys, why don't we add CSS in the body tag? Because CSS works with HTML. So if you want, you can also add CSS in body tag. That's completely fine. But that will make, like, it will make your code look very complicated because CSS and HTML will be together. So that will make it look much more messy. That's why we normally put it in head tag. Okay. No need to put it in body tag. Now, guys, let's quickly run this page. So again, we'll just click on go live and it will run on a browser window. And here we go. Here is the browser window. Let me just, minimize VS Code for a second. And let's get this here. Okay, cool. So here we go. You can see we have a simple header, full width header. Is that clear, guys? Let's also maximize this quickly. Yeah. So guys, now our web page is live. You can see that. Okay. Now you can see here, okay, that there is some kind of spacing around this element, and that is nothing but a simple margin given to the body tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that margin from the body tag. So I'll simply go here. And guys, body is not the only tag which has some by default margin. So rather than using body, you can simply use star and just give star means universal selector. This selects all the elements. Now guys, see, in this course, I'm assuming that you know a little bit of CSS, but even if you don't worry. Okay, so this star means universal selector. It selects all the element in your whole HTML. Okay, so for all the elements, by default, margin should be 0 pixel and padding should be 0 pixel. And now if you see here, that will be gone. See that, everyone? Okay, and we also put box sizing border box so that padding won't interfere a lot. So that padding will be very helpful for me in future. And that's all. Now then, everyone, let's go ahead. So now we have the header. Now inside that header, I just want a simple logo, a simple text. So, you can simply go ahead and download, this Netflix logo. So you can search for like, Netflix PNG logo so that it will not have any background. Search for this. We just need a logo. So we'll go on an image. We'll check out whatever we need. So I think this will be fine. Okay, this image will be fine. We won't download it because we don't want to take that pain right now. So we'll just simply right click, copy image address. See that, guys? Copy image address. Click on this button. And now the image address is copied. Now we'll go in our code. Here first, I am going to be creating a div. Okay. And give it a class of logo. Simple class of logo. And let's apply some CSS to logo, everyone. Okay, so logo, I'll be putting width as, let's say, 20%. Height, let's say again. Okay, I just want to increase my header size as well. So I'm going to give it a height of 70 pixel, let's say. Okay, and logo div's height will be also 70 pixel. And for now, let's give it a background color of yellow. Let's see if it is there. Here we go, guys. You can see. Okay, but I also want some gap from the sides. Okay, so for that, guys, we can simply go ahead to the header and ask it that I want you to have padding left of 5% and padding right of 5%. Okay, something like that. And if you can see now, we'll have some gap here. Okay, that's nice. That's what we wanted. Okay, so now this black div is having padding left of 5% and padding right of 5% as well. So from both the sides, it will be amazing. Okay, it will be having that gap. Okay, so guys, once confirmation, everyone, are we understanding everything? Guys, please tell me. Are we understanding, guys? Everyone, quickly confirm that and then we'll move ahead. Now, guys, camera is in the bottom, so now I can see the whole top part. Nice. Now then, guys, we have this logo div. I need one more div where I'll be creating my search bar. Or you can say navigation. But guys, in this case, we can avoid the navigation and we can directly go for the search bar. Okay. Okay, so let's go div and let's give it a class of search. So guys, see, in the header, I'm having a logo div and a search div. That's all. In my header, I'll be having two things. Okay. And guys, see, I'm assuming that you know HTML and CSS. That's why I'll go a little fast in HTML and CSS. But once I land onto JavaScript, from there, I'll be explaining you everything. But again, I'll still try to explain you HTML and CSS as well. Okay, don't worry. But I hope the speed is fine for now. Okay, if you don't code with me, you can completely watch it. And I hope the speed is fine. So guys, let's go. Let's also write some CSS for .search. the search element. So search, I'm going to give it a width of 30% as well, and a height exactly same of 70 pixel, and background color, let's say for now, just any background color will do. So blue. Okay. So here we go. Let's save it. Save both the files. And now guys, you can see. Now see, the problem is I have created both of them inside the header. Okay. But both of them are going one below each other. That's because div is a block element and they will by default go one below each other. So what I can do is I can convert this header into a flex box so that both these elements will go side by side horizontally. So to convert your header into a flex box, just go to the header, okay, and make it display as flex. As soon as you make it, you can see now both of them are horizontally side by side. That's what we wanted. That's all. Okay guys, everyone. Now I need some gap in here between them. I want the yellow one to be on the left side. I want the blue one to be on the right side of the header. So for that guys, we just have to ask the header that whatever content is inside you, justify them by doing space between. So justify content space between. So there will be a space between the first one, which is logo, and the second one, which is the search bar. So both of them are header's child. So both of them will have space. And now you will see, here we go. We have this here and we have the blue bar here. That's all we wanted. Now guys, nothing to do. Once we have settled it up, now we just have to put logo here and we just have to put the search bar here. That's all. Okay guys, everyone, let's go. Let's put the logo and all that. And guys, I'm not going to be using a lot of, tricky HTML. I'll be using the basic HTML and CSS possible so that everyone can understand it. Okay. Now then guys, here I will be putting the logo. So for that, an image tag, and we'll copy this address. So right click, copy image address. You can download it as well, completely up to you, but I'm just copying the image address and then I'll be putting it in SRC. That's all. And as a good convention, also write some text in the alt. So I'll be writing it as Netflix logo. It's up to you guys. You can write whatever you want, but make sure it's something meaningful. That's all. Okay. So my SRC is kind of big, but that's fine. And Netflix logo in alternate. That's cool. Now let's see first of all how this logo looks like. And you can see now it might be a little bigger. See, it's very huge. So let's adjust it. Let's adjust it quickly. In a moment, we'll be doing everything together. We are making a project. So there will be nothing like when we will start JS. Right now only after 2 minutes, we'll be starting with JS. Don't worry. Just 2 minutes. Let's do the basic setup. Then we can start with JS. I also want the project to look good. It should not look like a random ad website, right? It should look good. That's why we need to do it. Okay guys. Now let's adjust this image quickly. So first of all, let's give this a class of logo-img so that we can style it. Now let's go here. Let's apply some CSS to logo-img as well. So first of all, I'm going to ask logo-img. So logo-img, I want you to have width of 100%. Let's see. It is still big. You can see that. So let's say no, not with the height. I want you to have height of 100%. So not with the width. Your height should match the parent. So height of 100%. And now you will see it's adjusted properly. But I also want it in center. Okay. So guys, for that you can do two things. Okay. Because see that yellow one, anyway, we're going to be removing that. That yellow is not needed. Or I can also decrease the height. It's looking quite big, right? The Netflix. So let's do one thing. Let's ask it to have a height of 40 pixels. Let's see how does it look. And yeah, this is nice. This looks nice. Now let's put it in center. So for that guys, we'll also make our logo a flex box. So for that, we'll just ask the logo div, the yellow div, to have a display of flex. So it also becomes a flex box. Now I'll ask it that your content should be horizontally in center. So justify content center. And your content should also be vertically in center. So align items center as well. So from both the sides, horizontally and vertically, your content. Now see guys, what is logo's content? What is logo's child? The image. So I'm asking logo that whatever content you have, that is the image. Horizontally and vertically, make sure it goes in center. Now you'll see that logo is in center. And now guys, the best part for the last thing, you can simply go ahead, or let's keep it for the end. Let's keep it for the end. Now let's go here in the search bar, in the search blue div, and inside that I want to create that search bar that we'll be using. Okay, so let's go. And guys, see again, we are not trying to make a Netflix clone. We are trying to make something like that, but our main aim is to understand JavaScript and see how to read input fields and filter movies based on ratings, filter movies based on name. That is our ultimate aim. Our aim is not to make it look exactly like Netflix because it will take a lot of time. Okay? Okay. So let's go, guys. Let's go. I don't need a div here. I directly need the input, or I can use a div. So let's give it a class of search bar, something like that. Okay, search bar. Is that clear, everyone? So we have a search bar here. Let's style it quickly. So dot. So basically our search tab, search div is having a search bar child div. So search bar. Let's give it a width of exactly same as parent, so 100%, and or not exactly same as parent. Okay, we can give it 80%, and height of, can give height of around 50 pixel, and let's give it a background color of, for now let's give it a red. Let's see. Here we go. You can see that. So the blue one is now having a child, which is the red one. Now let's put it in center. So guys, same concept. If you want to put it in center, who is the parent? The blue one. Ask the parent to become a flex box. So display flex, and now ask it that whatever content it has horizontally, it should be in center. For that we'll use justify content, and vertically it should be in center. For that we'll use align items set. And now you'll see it's in center. Is that clear, guys? Everyone, I hope we are understanding this much. Everyone. I think I should just give it 40 pixel. 50, it looks a little bigger. So I'll give it 40. Okay. So here we go. Nice. Now inside this, guys, I want to create my text field. Now I want you guys to watch things very carefully because I'm going to be, doing something cool here. So please watch very carefully. It will not be that cool. You might have seen it a lot of times, but I'll show you how to make that, search icon and text bar together so that it looks like they are, one big element. So guys, I'm showing you how to create a search input box, a text box, and a search icon together so that it looks like the icon is inside the input box. So guys, please focus on that. Okay. So first of all, very quickly, we'll go here in this search bar div, which is the red one. I'll simply get an input tag. So now guys, don't worry. Now I'm going to be teaching you how to take input field, how to take input from user. So input. Okay. And give it a class so that we can apply CSS. So let's call it as search box. Search box, something like that. Now you can see here we go. You can see the search box. Now it is not looking that great. So let's quickly go ahead and style it. Okay. So dot search box. Let's give it a width of around 80% of its parent, which is search bar, and height will be exactly same, so 40 pixel. And why I'm putting the single quotes, we don't need it here, and that should be it. Let's test it now. Okay, nice, better adjusted. Now the font size is a little too less, so let's make the font a little bigger. So for that, not a big deal, I'll just go ahead and increase the font size of search box. So font size of 18 pixels, something like that. Or the new name we have, that is a really nice name, Bharat, right? So yeah, here we go, guys. You can see now the text is a little bigger. That's what we needed. And you can see there is no gap between the border and the text of the input. So I want some gap there. So for that, we'll go ahead and we'll give it a text indent. Text indent of 20 pixels. So from the border, it will be 20 pixel away in the text box. Here we go. See that, guys? Okay, I hope it's clear, guys. Everyone. Yeah. So now, guys, this is done. Now let's go ahead and quickly create that search icon. Okay. And for that, we'll simply go ahead and, we'll just download a search icon, or you can again copy the image address. So you can search for search icon PNG. Okay. And you can get any icon from here. So guys, we can just, get something like, okay, this one looks nice. I need a little thinner icon, but here I can't see any thinner icon. We can also go on iconfinder.com. That's also a really good site from where we can get an icon. but let's see if this will work. Yeah, this is nice. So we can use this one. Okay. So guys, again, copy image address. And let's quickly go inside this. Guys, please focus. Now inside the input, just below the input, guys, img, src, and putting that image here. Okay, and you can, in the alt, you can just write search icon. So guys, there are a lot of options. Okay, you can use an icon, font awesome icon, an svg icon. A lot of things are there, but saving time by using a simple png here. Okay, you can see that icon is here, but it's very big, right? So first of all, let's make it a little smaller. So let's give it a class of search. Okay, the search icon. Let's go. Let's quickly style it. So dot search icon. So search hyphen icon. Okay. Now guys, whatever space is left. So for the search box, I have given 80%. So I think around 20% is left. So let's give this image a width of 20% quickly. And let's see how it is faring there. Is it? Otherwise, we have to give it a parent as well if it doesn't look that good. So let's quickly see. No, it is still big. So we need to make it a little more smaller. So for that, we'll give it some height rather than giving it width. So height of 30 pixel. Let's see. Nice. Looks nice now. Okay. And quickly, guys, I also want them to be adjusted properly side by side. So for that, we'll again go to its parent, which is search bar, the red one. Red bar is the parent of input box and that icon, guys. So for that, we'll give the search bar a display of flex quickly so that it becomes flex box. Okay, I can see they're properly side by side. Now let's quickly give them some gaps and make them look better. So for that, guys, you can do, okay, first of all, align items center so that vertically they are centered. Nice. Here we go. Now vertically they are centered. Now I need some gap between the input box and the search box, that search element, that icon. So for that, guys, now either I can use some kind of padding on the image. That will be also fine. But in this case, I'm going for a column gap. Column gap, let's say around 20 pixel. Let's see. Okay. A little more maybe, because see guys, I have not created a div. That's why I'm just dealing with this like this. But you can also create a div around it and then you can, make it look much more better. Okay, now it's perfectly in center. You can see that, guys, everyone. Okay, all good. Yeah. Now see guys, everyone. Now what I want is, okay, I'm thinking that I can also make that search icon a little more smaller, maybe. Let's make it a little more smaller. Maybe 25 pixel. Or maybe 20. 20 will be much more better, right? I want that icon to be smaller. Yeah, looks perfectly fine, right? And a little more gap. So from here, I can give around 30 pixel. Okay, nice. Now, guys, final thing is, see, now what we're going to do. What we're going to be doing. First of all, we'll be removing this red color. Okay. Or instead of removing the red color, make that red as white. Because your input box is also white and your background is also white, so it will look like this. Okay. Now you don't want your input to have these borders. Otherwise, see, you see this disturbance here, right? So I want to remove the border from the input as well. So let's go quickly. And from the input box, which is search box, remove the border. So border, none. And now let's see. And see, guys, now it looks like that it's a big search bar where you can write. And still, and yeah, but when I click on it, see, it gets this outline, right? We also don't want that. So for that, we'll simply say that search box, I don't want you to have that outline. So outline, none. So border also none, outline also none. Now you will see, if I just click on it, see, it doesn't look like that they are two different things. Okay. Now, final thing is, let's add some placeholder because we don't know what to do there, right? So let's have some placeholder in the input box. So give it a placeholder. Let's write search movie, something like that. Okay. And the final thing, let's add some border radius because I don't want it to be this sharp. So yes. Let's add a border radius. So let's go to that div, the bar, which is the whole big one. And let's give it a border radius of 10 pixel. And here we go, guys. Okay. But at this side, we have that text box, which is not letting it, get that radius. No issue, radius is there. It's just some extra overflow. So ask the search bar that whatever extra part, that little border is overflowing. So whatever overflows, keep it hidden. And now you will see everything is gone. And now we have a really beautiful looking search bar. Okay. And now finally, the final thing is, go ahead, remove the blue, comment out the blue. Go ahead, comment out the yellow, and you'll have a very good looking simple header like this. Is that clear, everyone, how we did it? Guys, hopefully. Okay, so we have a very simple header. We are not adding all the navigations, but you have a very simple header with this Netflix logo and a simple search. That's all. Okay, now it's time to go to the JS. So guys, see, first of all, guys, what I want that whatever user writes in this box, I want that value because I want to use that. So whatever user writes in this, I want that value so that I can use it. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let me show you how to read the element. Now, guys, again, reading the element, see, guys, again, I told you, no matter what you want to do, you want to change the CSS, you want to change the attribute, you want to change the content of an element. Even if you want to read the value of an element, guys, I told you, the first thing is you need to target the element. Remember, guys, yesterday we talked about a mantra. The first mantra of DOM manipulation is no matter what you want to do on an element, you have to target it first. Now, I want to read this input field's value. So the first thing I need to do is target this input field. Okay. So what I have to do is, first of all, I'm going to give it an ID. So ID, let's call it as search value, something like that. Or you can just call it search as well, up to you, whatever you want to give it. So I'm giving it an ID of search. Okay. Now in my JS, I'm going to create a function. So function get search, or just call it search, something like that. Search movie, something like that. Search movie. Okay. Now guys, this is the function that I want to call when I click on this button on this image, which is nothing but, guys, this search button. Okay. When I click on this search icon, okay, I want to call that function. Now guys, we have already learned that, right? Now guys, I want to call this function when I click on this image. Now guys, yesterday we learned, right, how to perform event handling. I'll go on to this image and I'll put this on click, right, everyone? On click, and we can simply call that function now. That function name is search movie. So we'll just take this name and we'll put it here. Right, guys, everyone, this is what we learned yesterday. That's how you apply events, right, everyone? So we have a function. Now this will act as my event listener. And when I click on this image, the icon image, that function will be called. To test it, if it is working or not, you can put a simple console.log, a dummy console.log to test it. So let's go console.log. Let's say button working, something like that, just to test, save it, save both the files. Okay. And now guys, inspect so that we can see the console. And let me put it down now for today so that we can see everything perfectly. And now guys, focus here on the console. If I go ahead and if I click on this button, see that we are getting that message button working. That means it's working. The click is working. Now my aim is when I click on this button, I want this input field's value to be printed on console. When I click on this button, I want to take the value which is written here and I want to take that data and I want to print it in the console. I want to read the value from that input, guys. That's the aim. Now first task is done. On the click of that button, I'm getting in something in the console. But now I want to read this input field's value. So for that, guys, again, basic DOM manipulation. I have given that input an ID. Now guys, to read value of an input field, first thing is basic. Document. See guys, as I told you, main thing, the main mantra, whatever you want to do, you need to target the element. So first target that input element. So document dot get element by ID. And I think the ID was what? Search. So search. Now guys, we know that after this line, I got that input element. I have got that input element, right, everyone? Now, after that, what do you want to do now? If you want to change CSS, you'll put dot style. If you want to change content, you can use inner text or inner HTML depending on the element. But no, I don't want to do all of that. I want to read the value that user will write inside this input field. So guys, for that, you have a property called as value, and that's all. Not aria value max, just value. Value. That's it, guys. So get that element, dot value. Now guys, remember, dot value will not work for every element. It will not work for image element. You also have to understand that some properties will only work for a sample of elements, not for every element, for a category of elements. For example, you cannot fetch an image element, document.get element by ID image and then dot value. Images don't have any value, right? So you have to understand which property to use where. This value attribute only works with, this value property only works with input fields, you know, and all the other, wherever you can write some input, like text area or a select, drop down selection. This is where it works. Okay, don't try to use it on image or a div. Divs don't have value. They have inner content, inner text, inner HTML. So please understand that, which thing to use where. Now guys, let's do one thing. So now by this line, I'll be getting the value which is written inside the input field. So let's do one thing. Let's store it somewhere. So let's call it as let. Now we know that people are going to be putting movie name there. So I'm going to put movie name as a variable and I'll be storing that in movie name. So guys, I got the value from text field and I stored it in a variable called as movie name. Now to confirm if it is working, let's print that. So console.log, printing that variable now, movie name. And now guys, let's go ahead. Now guys, time to test it. If we are getting this movie name, so let's go. Let's write something in it. So let's write, you know, something like, let's say Padmavat, a movie. So I have some text. Now I know, right? When I click on this, that function will be called. Inside that function, I'm targeting this input field and taking its, you know, value which is written inside it and printing it on the console. So let's see. Click and here we go, guys. See that, everyone? We are getting whatever is written. If I change it and write something else, I'll get that as well. Here we go. Guys, I hope we are cleared here. Okay, cool, everyone. Now, this is one way of, like, you know, doing this. I can click on the search icon and then I can get the value. Okay. Now guys, let's go ahead. Now see one more thing. One more thing is that normally what happens is, you know, when we start typing, that is where I want to search my movies as soon as I start typing. So guys, for that, you know, let's say now I want to read my input value as soon as I start typing. I don't want the user to do this extra thing like clicking on the search icon. So for that, guys, what you can do, you know, you can simply go ahead, remove this event from the icon. You can keep it here, but you can do one more thing. You can go on the input and use an event called as on key up, which is called whenever you press a key and leave it. So as soon as you start typing, you will be pressing and leaving a lot of keys. So every time you leave a key, this function will be called. Now here I can again call search movie. Now guys, we know, right, what search movie is doing right now. It's doing nothing. It's simply reading the value of this field and printing in the console. So now you'll see, guys, what is going to happen here. Now I'll go here and I'll write A. See, as soon as I type A, it's here. G, H. Now as soon as I type, the data will be coming here. Is that clear, everyone? So whenever I'm pressing and leaving a key, that data is getting read and I can see in the console. So what I'm trying to say here is I'm basically calling the exact same function when I click on this icon and also when I type something. That's all. So it's happening at the same time. Okay. Is that clear, everyone, guys? And see, when I cut it again, it all goes away because again, I'm pressing backspace. Exactly. For making live search, you can do this. Is that clear, everyone? So now we got the input field. Now the next is the most important stuff because now we need to create the whole movie data and we need to display it on our web page. So guys, the next thing is going to be very, very, very important. Okay, because we want to generate elements based on real data. Okay, cool. So guys, I hope we are clear till now, everyone. Our first step is done. At least now we can read whatever is user writing inside the search bar by two ways, either by clicking on the search icon or while typing. Now guys, let's go ahead and let's prepare movie data, and that movie data I'll show you how to put that data, how to convert that data into your proper web page elements. Ready guys? Okay guys, can we move to the next step everyone? Can we go ahead and prepare data for our movies and can we display them all? Everyone, quickly tell me. Can we prepare data for the movie quickly? We'll do it here. It will be an array of objects. So guys, shall we go? Shall we create movies data quickly? Remember guys, yesterday also we did the same thing. Guys, yesterday also we created an array of objects, right? Everyone. So let's go and let's create an array of objects very quickly. We'll just put 5-10 movies. I hope that will be enough, but you can increase it as much as you want. Okay. So let's go and quickly let's add some 5-10 movies. So first object. Now guys, as I always need my data to be perfect, that's why I'll just get some quick movie posters here. So movie posters. Hopefully we'll get some good movie posters quickly. We'll take a lot of movies from here directly. And guys, in this case, I'm just going to put some dummy description. I hope that will be fine. Okay. So let's go to images and let's just download quickly some movie posters from here. So let's have one from Endgame. Copy image address. Okay, so name I want to put as Avengers Endgame. Poster I want to put as, okay, this is my poster, and I'll just have a rating, that's all, nothing else. And finally I'll have a rating. Let's say we just give it a 8.7 something. And guys, what I'm going to do, I'm quickly going to create a dummy object first, so that so name, it will be something. Poster, it will be something. And rating, it will also be something. So a blank object. And now after that, we'll just copy it. Guys, I'm only planning to use some 7 to 8 movies. So let's quickly copy it. Paste. 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 Paste, paste, and one more finally paste. And now again, guys, let's quickly go and let's take some movies very quickly. So let's take Lagan, our own very good movie. So copy image address. Name will be Lagan. Rating, and guys, I'm just putting some dummy ratings, so please don't judge me based on that, just some dummy ratings. Okay, and let's take some more. Let's take let's take Oppenheimer. Why not? It was a really nice movie, really I liked it. Amazing movie. Let's take this one. Copy image address. The size is very small. Let's take a bigger one here. This will be nice. Yes. I hope you guys watched Oppenheimer, right? It's a really nice movie. Don't miss it. Oppenheimer. Put the poster URL in here. And let's say rating of 9.2, something like that. Quickly. But right now, just to save time, whatever I'm getting here, I'm just taking that. Okay. Don't want to search and all that stuff because it will take a lot of time, right? I hope you understand that, guys, everyone. Oh, what was the movie name? I can see. Moonlight. So let's quickly go Moonlight. Prepare the URL and let's give it some rating like 7.2, something like that. Okay. Okay, let's have this one. It's also a really nice movie. Put the poster link here. Sorry, if I'm making a silly mistake, guys, please don't mind that. Okay. Yeah, we can take this Captain America, the First Avenger, quickly. But we have this really bad looking. Yeah, let's take the OG, the first one, guys. Right? the Avengers. Okay. Okay. So the Avengers and rating of let's say 7.6, something like that. And yeah, last two movies. So John Wick poster, something like that. Let's quickly go and let's take, yeah, this is a nice poster. Copy image address. Yep, guys, finally all the movies done. Everyone, all the movies done. So John Wick. And really sorry for all the people who were spamming the movies. I'm really sorry, guys, if I wasn't able to take it. So guys, now we have this array of objects. Okay, and I think there's some issue. Yeah, here I forgot to give rating. So let's give it, 6.5. I know it's not a real rating, but that's fine. So guys, now you can see we have an array of objects. Okay. Now guys, please focus on the next is very important topic. Okay, now let's go. Okay. Now see guys, here after the header, I'm going to create one more div. Okay. So guys, please focus. This next section is very, very important. Okay, please focus. So movies. Okay. Let's apply some CSS to it quickly. So let's write movies CSS, something like that. Okay. So movies, let's give it a width of 100%. And guys, I'm not going to give it any height. So I'm simply going to give it padding top and bottom. Or padding from all sides will be, okay, from top and bottom, I want the padding to be 50 pixel. From left and right, I want it to be 5%. That's what I want. And let's give it a background color of red for now so that we can see it. Okay, now guys, here we go. See that? Everyone, this is the area. Okay, let me make it gray. Red, too much red, right? Now don't worry guys, we're going to be removing this color, but for now, let's make it red so that we can at least see it. Again, wow. Okay, let's make it gray. From red, I'm again changing it to red. That's amazing, right? Okay, so guys, we have this gray area. Now inside this, I want to start creating my movies. Now guys, the next 10 minutes are very important, okay? So don't distract me. Let's go ahead and let's do it together, everyone. Okay, cool. So let's go, everyone. Let's start. Now, see, the first thing I want to do here is, and guys, I also want to explain you some problems here. Okay, so please focus. So first of all, let's create a single movie. How a single movie will look like. And guys, if we get time and if you focus, I will also show you how to do some more animations. So if you want that, guys, be here, stick with me, and let's understand it together. So I'm going to create one div for the first movie. Okay, so now guys, let's go. So now you can see it's still same gray element. Now inside that, I'm creating a child and I'm giving it a class of movie. Okay, now guys, please, I want you to focus. Okay, so dot movie. I want it to be have a width of 25%. Or maybe 22%, something like that. Let's give it 22%. And I want to give it a height of 400 pixels. Okay. And a background color of, let's say, for now red, just to check it out. And if you guys see that, I want it a little more bigger. So for that, or maybe, 20%, that will be fine as well. And 450 pixel is the height. Okay, guys, everyone, cleared with this, guys? All set? Very simple logic. And guys, don't worry. If we get time, I'll also show you how to hover and play trailer video. Okay. But let's see if we only get time. Okay. That depends on that. So I'll show you how to hover using JavaScript, how to hover and play the trailer video behind it. You want to see that, guys? You want to see that? Everyone. So I'll show you how to do that. Don't worry. I will definitely show you how to do that. Okay. Cool. So focus. So now guys, let's put the poster in it. Any random poster for now on. So img. Let's take any random poster URL from here only. So let's take this, the Bohemian Rhapsody one quickly. Why I'm taking the name? I want the link. So let's quickly take the link from here. Okay, and put this link here. So guys, right now I'm just creating a dummy movie so that we can see so that we can plan out what we are planning to create here. Okay. And let's give this a class of poster as well. Okay, now let's quickly give it a height and width. So image, poster. I want you to have exactly same width as your parent. So your width will be 100%. Let's see. Here we go. Now see guys, height wise it is a little bigger. You can see height wise it is a little bigger. So what you can do is you can ask the movie, the single element, the red element, to have overflow of hidden, so that whatever is overflowing should be hidden. So that extra part, see, that is hidden now. Okay, and if you want, you can also increase the height a little bit. Okay, so yeah, now guys, looks quite nice, everyone. Okay, now let's give it a little bit of border radius as well. So let's go to movie and ask it to have a little bit of border radius. So border radius of 10 pixels, something like that. Okay, you can see now it has a border radius around it. And as I said, guys, we are not trying to, copy the exact same Netflix. We are trying to create something like it and our own. We'll just put some of our own touch in it. That's all. Okay, nothing big, guys. Okay. Now then, I also want one more overlay on top of it. Guys, see, please focus. I want one overlay on top of it. Okay, so focus how I'm going to do that now. So first of all, for that, I'm going to give this movie a position of relative. Okay, so this movie I'm giving position of relative. Okay, now guys, see, in this movie I want to create two things, my image and one more div, to which I'm going to give a class of overlay, because I want it to be on top of the poster. Okay guys, please focus, everyone. So overlay. Okay, so inside the movie I'm having two things, one overlay div and one poster image. And I want this overlay and poster to be one below each other. So I want the overlay on top, and behind that, not below. By default it will go below, but I want it to be behind. I want the overlay on top, and behind that I want my image. So for that, guys, first of all, let's go to this overlay. And yeah, just to show you some things, guys, let me remove this overflow hidden first, so that you can see what's going on first. Now see, let's go to that overlay and ask it to have exact same height and width as parent. So width of 100%, height of 100%, and background color, let's say black. Now guys, please focus, everyone. Now you'll see that, everyone. Now we have that red div. Inside that red div, we have this black div, and inside the same red div, we also have the image. So this black div and the image are going below one each other, just like how normal children behave, right? So a red div, and it has two childs, one black div and one the image. So they are going one below each other, but I want them one behind each other, like this. So for that, guys, the simple trick is just go ahead and give this overlay a position of absolute. So whatever is below it will come behind it. And guys, right now I'm not explaining a lot about what absolute is exactly doing. Okay. So now guys, you will see the image will go behind that. Now see, the image is behind it. Okay. And now again, let's ask it to get its overflow hidden back. So now anything extra will be hidden. Here we go. So now guys, black is on top, and behind that we have the image. To show you that, let me just comment out the color so you can see it. See that, guys, the image is there. So guys, I really hope that we are understanding till now. Guys, everyone, can you please confirm me that quickly? Can you please confirm that, everyone? Quickly, very quickly. Okay, hopefully. Okay, so guys, please focus it. I want the black one to be on top. Why? I'll tell you. Now see, guys, everyone, please focus. Okay, please focus. Now in this black one, I want to put some dummy content. Okay, so let me just put that. Okay, so on top, first I want a div. Now guys, it is getting created inside the overlay. Okay, so guys, div, let's give it a class of video. Okay, it is inside the overlay, guys. So video. See, I'm not saying that I'm exactly creating the whole Netflix thing, but I'm just trying to create something like that, but with our own touch and with our own features in it. Okay, that's all. So now let's go to dot video, and let's see if we can, if we have extra time only, then only I'll put this video idea. Otherwise, first our aim is to put filter, name search, and movie generation. Okay, so yeah, please focus now. So guys, video, let's give it a width of 100%, and let's give it a height of 50%, half of the parent, and let's give it a background color of yellow, something like that. So guys, see, this is the place where I'm going to be playing video afterwards, not right now. Afterwards, I'll be playing video here. Okay, guys, everyone. Okay. Now below that, I want one more div in which I'll be storing my details, like what is the movie name, what is the rating, who are the actors, all that stuff. Okay. So let's go quickly, guys. One more div. Give it a class of details. Okay. Let's go. And let's write some CSS for details. So dot details. I also want you to have width of 100%, but exact same height of 50. So now both of them are taking 50-50 height. The video one is taking 50% height. The details one is taking 50% height of its parent. And let's give it a background color of blue so that we can see it at least. Okay. So now you can see. Okay. The yellow one and the blue one. Now in this blue one, I want to do content. I want to put my content. Guys, please focus, everyone. This is going to be the most important thing now. Okay, we are on to something. So please focus. Now let's put all the basic things that we need to put there. So let's have a H1. In this, I'll put the movie name. So don't worry, guys. Just wait for some minutes. Wait for some minutes. You will see a really good effect. Everyone, just wait for some minutes. Okay. So H1. Let's put the name of the movie. So Bohemian Rhapsody. Something like that. And in H2, I'll put the rating. So now I also need a star icon here. But for now, let's just put some text. Guys, afterwards, we can change it to, a star icon, that as well. So let's say 7.8 is the rating. So I'm just going to put like IMDb is 7.8. And in a simple P tag, I'm going to put the text, the actor's name. So Rami Malek. I don't know who are the other actors in this. So I'm just going to put like, John Jacob, something like that. We can also, guys, take it from internet, but for now it's fine. And let's say, let's put one girl actress here. So let's put Emma Stone. Okay, so now, guys, we'll see we also have the content here. See that, guys, everyone? We have this content here as well. Okay, now let's change the content color to white so that we can see it properly. So let's go to details and ask it to have a color of white. Okay, so here we go. Now it's white. Now change the font family as well to make it look good. So font family, I'm going to put as CJO UI. Hopefully it will be fine. Yep. No, I don't think so. It's available in my MacBook, that font. So I need to see how many fonts are available now, or we can also use a Google font. So guys, let's use a Google font. Guys, that will be the best thing, right? Let's use a Google font. So let's go to Google Fonts. Google Fonts. I'll take one of my favorite fonts from there. I'm going to take... Roboto looks nice, but one of my favorite is Poppins. So I'm going to take Poppins. So now, guys, whatever sizes you want, select from here. So select thin, select this, select this. I'm selecting all the different sizes so that, I don't have to worry about any size. I'm just selecting all the different sizes. Everything. Semi bold, bold. Okay, that's fine. I think that must be enough. That will be enough. Okay, now, guys, from here, you can just copy this import tag. That's all you need. Just copy this import tag so that you don't have to use any font from outside. Now, just go here on top of your CSS file. Just paste that import. So, guys, just search for the font that you want. Just search for the font that you want, okay, on Google Fonts, and then just copy it from here. That's all. Copy it from here and paste it, that import tag. And now for using, you can use this font family from here as well. Yes. So now, after copying that import, go to your details area, and now you can put this as font family, whatever they are giving, Poppins. Yes. Okay, now you can see the font family is changed. Is that clear, everyone, guys? I hope you're understanding. Okay. Guys, are we clear till now, everyone? All good, guys? All set till now? Now let's put some padding because it's, stuck on the side. So let's put some padding here quickly. So padding of 20 pixel. Here we go. Now you can see some padding is also there. And you can also give it display of flex. Display of flex. See guys, but first of all, I'm giving display flex. So they are going side by side. I don't want that. So for that guys, I'll give it flex direction of column. And now you'll see they are one below each other. And now I want some gap to be there. So for that guys, there are 3 rows because 3 contents. So row gap of around 15 pixels. And here we go. Is that clear guys, everyone? So we have the name of the movie, we have the rating, and then we have the actor's name as well. Okay. Cleared guys? Hopefully it is fine. And guys, are we cleared? And don't worry, it's not blue. I'm not going to keep it blue and yellow. It is just for understanding that how many divs I have. Now, the real magic guys, please focus. Now go guys, in future I'll be playing a video here. Leave that for now. In future I'll be playing a video here. Okay. So now let's remove this blue. Remove this yellow. So now you'll see the text is on black. Correct everyone? See this. Right? And now the final magic. Like you guys were asking, right? Why I created this black layer? Why did I do it? Now see what I'm going to do. I am going to give this overlay, the black one, opacity. Opacity means transparency. So opacity of 0. That means completely transparent. So basically, it will not be visible. I can only see my image. Is that clear everyone? Now I can only see my image. But I know that on top of this, I have that element. Guys, we have that element. Overlay is there. It's just completely transparent. Let me show you. If I make 0.5, you will see some part of it. See that? Now it's visible a little bit. Okay. So it's there guys. It is there. It's just completely transparent. That's why I can't see the overlay anymore. I can only see the image. And now the final trick. Whenever I hover on overlay, that means whenever I keep my mouse, so overlay hover, I want it to again have opacity of 1. That means again it should come back. Opacity of 1, completely visible. And when this happens, it should happen a little slower. So for that, transition 0.3 seconds, something like that. And also cursor pointer, so that you know, when I hover, the cursor turns to a hand. So cursor pointer. And now guys, see the magic, everyone. See this. Oh, I didn't save it, I think. Let me quickly save it. I forgot to save that. And now let's see. Yeah. See that guys, everyone? Can you see that what I was trying to do? Guys, I hope. So we are not trying to create anything like Netflix. It's just a spin-off. We are trying to do something else. The idea is same, but designing can be ours, right? And now guys, in future, when I hover, I will also play the trailer video here. Then it will look much more better because I will be also playing trailer video on top. That's why I've left that space. But for later, I've kept that for later. Okay. Is that clear guys, everyone? Hopefully now you got the idea of what I was doing, why I was doing this much things. Okay. So guys, are we cleared with this? Can we move on to the next thing now? Because guys, we still have 2 main features left. Generating all the movies based on the code, based on the array of objects, and searching. After that, if we get time, I'll put that video as well. Okay. So cool guys, everyone, can we move ahead now? Now please, please, please focus. Everyone, please, I want you guys to focus, okay? Now let me just decrease the size a little bit. Now see guys, this is the whole div which is helping you to create one section of movie, right? One movie, correct guys? This is the whole code that you're using to create one movie, right? That means if I copy it and paste the whole thing again, I will have one more movie. See that? Now I have 2 movies here. Right guys, everyone? That means now, if I write the same HTML code 10 times, I will have 10 movies. But again, it is like the Amazon site, right? I told you on the first day only, on the Amazon site. They are not writing the same HTML code again and again. Guys, if I do copy paste, I won't be able to do the logic, the searching logic and all that. So guys, copy paste is not the option. Copy paste is not the option, guys. That is not what we want to do. Because see guys, based on this data, I want to generate my movies. I want to generate my movies based on this data. Guys, we'll give display flex. Leave it for afterwards. Guys, that's not the aim. Please focus, guys. In future, if I have 10,000 movies, am I gonna write my same 10,000 things again and again? No. I want my JavaScript to generate these movies dynamically based on this data so that I don't have to write the code again and again. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. So guys, now we need to learn how to generate this code using JavaScript. Okay. And guys, that is too much focus. Okay. So guys, please focus now. Okay. We are going to be creating all these elements using JS now. Okay. So let's keep it here. And now let's try to generate this whole thing using JS. So guys, how to do that? How do we generate real HTML elements using JavaScript? That is the main deal. So guys, looping is secondary. First thing is generating the element. Generating the element is very important. So how do we generate elements? Guys, let's go. So let me write the base code first. Very basic code. How do we generate elements? So guys, to generate, see, guys, normally in HTML, if I want to create a div, I create a div tag, right, everyone? Like this. Simple. That's how we generate a div in HTML. But in JavaScript, if you want to use JavaScript to create a real div, you have to use a function of document only called as create element. Guys, we have to use a function called as create element. And you will pass which element do you want to create. I want to create div. So guys, when I write this much line, it means I'm creating this only. Is that clear, everyone? When I write this much line, this means I'm creating this. If I'm planning on to add a class in here, like this, class of 1. So here, I need to store this element in a variable now. Okay. So I have to go ahead and store this element in a variable. So let's store it in a variable called as, so let MOV or movie, something like that. So guys, this div is now stored in a variable called as movie. And now to that div, if I want to add a class, I'll use movie.add class, or not add class, class list.add, and then I'll add a class. So guys, this is the thing that we need to do. And for every element, we need to do this, everything that I'm creating, guys. That means if I need to create something like this using JavaScript, it will be easy code, but it will be tough. It will be long. So guys, that's why I wanted to focus. Once you understand, it's going to be very easy, guys. This is the reason why people leave DOM manipulation. This is the reason why people think that DOM manipulation is tough, but it's not at all tough, guys. It might get a little lengthy, but it's not tough. That's why I wanted to focus now. Okay. So guys, let's go ahead and let's create this exact same logic using JavaScript. Shall we, guys, everyone? So that's why I commented it, so that we can use it as a reference. Okay, guys, shall we? Let's go. So now, guys, let's go, everyone. Okay, so it is used to either see how many classes that element has, or to give some new classes, or to remove any class. That's when we use class list. Okay. So now, guys, I'm going to create a function here. So function, let's call it as display movies. Okay. Display movies. Now, guys, here we're going to be writing our code. So, guys, now let's go in sequence. What is the first thing that we want to create? If we follow the sequence, guys, what is the first thing that we want to create? A div which is having a class of movie. The first thing that we want to create here is a div with a class of movie. So let's go. How do we do that? I'm going to create a variable. Let's call it as movie, and I'll create the div element. So document dot create element, and it will be a div element. Okay. And I want this element to have a class of movie. So movie, which is nothing but the variable, dot class list. In that element, I want to add a class, and that class will be movie. And guys, if you're not confused, let me show you what's getting created after this. If I print this movie variable, see what's it containing. If I print this console.log movie, and guys, let's call this function directly so that you don't have to call it. So display movies. Now see, guys, what is this movie variable holding? Let me show you that. Save it. Inspect. See that, guys? Created. So we wrote this JS code to generate this div with a class of movie. Understanding, guys, everyone? Please tell me, guys, are we understanding this or not? See? Now, what is the next thing we want to create? We want to create one more div with a class of overlay. And that overlay div should be inside the movie div or should be the child. So how to do that? Very easy. First of all, create this div as well. So I'm going to give it the same variable name, overlay. So let overlay equals document dot again create element div and also give it a class. So guys, see, think of it like this. When you do this, you did this much. You created a div like this. Now, when you do this, overlay, that is the div dot class list dot add overlay. That means now you added a class. So internally you're doing this. Now you added a class of overlay. So by these two lines, you actually created this div with a class of overlay. That's what you're doing here, guys. That's what we are doing here. Is that clear? We are creating real elements. Okay, guys, everyone, are we understanding this much? So by writing these two lines, we created this div. Okay, guys, everyone. So now if I print that, you will see if I print both of them, you will see we also got the movie div and we also got the overlay div. Okay, guys, but I want this overlay div to be inside the movie div. So for that, guys, you have to do this. Movie, which is the variable which is holding the movie div, dot append a child into that. Put a child. I want to put a child element, and that child element will be my overlay div. Guys, see, this is nothing but a variable. Okay, if you're confused, let me call it as movie div so that you're not confused. Movie div, overlay div. Okay, so inside the movie div, guys, this is just a variable. You can name it anything, but let me just name it properly. So inside the movie div, I'm appending a child which is overlay div. Now if you print movie, you will see inside that the overlay div will be also there. See that? Oh, some issue. Oh, now we call it movie div, right? Not over. Save it. See, guys? So now we have movie div, and inside that we have this overlay div as well. Are we cleared, guys? Everyone? Are we understanding what is happening here? Guys, we first created a div like this. Then we created an overlay div. And then we put overlay in movie. And guys, that is the whole sequence we need to find out now. Now inside overlay, we have video div. We have details div. Inside details, we have H1. We have H2. So, you know how long we have to go now? Everyone, are you understanding? Only see, concept is very simple, guys. The code will be a little bigger. It's just because, we have a really big div. That is why we created one first, so that we can use it for reference. Now we know this is what we need to create, but using JavaScript. We know that this is what we need to create, but using JavaScript. Is that clear, guys? Everyone, are we cleared? Please tell me. Or should I remove this part and do it a little more simply? But that will not be a real element, but I can still do it very simply, guys. I have one more way of doing it in a very simple manner. Do you want me to use the simple one for now? What say? Should I continue with this? It will be lengthy. Guys, it is only lengthy. It's not hard. Please understand that. Okay, let me go with the normal one now. At least you got to know, right, what to do. Now let me go with the simple one, guys. So let me just comment this out. Let me keep it somewhere else. Now, guys, the simple one is very simple. I know it's getting confusing. That's why I planned on for the simple one now. So I'll just keep it here down there so that, for reference, you can use it. For reference, you can do it. Okay, I'll keep it here down so that once you get this code will be also there. Now, guys, let's go with the simple technique. The simple technique is no issues. Very simple. Use this whole thing as a string. Guys. So let me show you now what to do. Cut it from here. Now, you will feel like you're writing only HTML. Guys, see here. Now you'll feel like you're writing HTML. I'll create a variable. Okay, I'll create a variable called as, let's say, HTML string. And now guys, I'll use my backticks to put my string. And now I'll put this whole code here as a string. See guys, I'm putting that whole code here as a string. Is this clear to everyone? I hope you understand this much. Guys, we did nothing, right? We created a string variable and we put our whole code as a string. Is that fine, guys? Please tell me, are we cleared with this at least? No, this is much more easier. You will not get confused. This is much more easier. I know a lot of people are getting confused with the trickier part. That's why I'm using this simple technique now. So guys, I hope now this is much more simpler. We have a variable HTML string, and inside that I'm storing this whole string, whole code as a string. Okay, guys, much more simple, right? Everyone, much more simple. Nice. Now I want to put this whole HTML string onto this area, movies area. So guys, let's give it an ID of movies. Now guys, remember, we have learned, right, everyone, how to put a HTML content into a div, everyone, by using inner-HTML. So what I want to do, guys, I want to put this whole string inside this section. So how do we do that? We go here, we target that element. So document.getElement by ID movies dot inner HTML equals this HTML string, which is nothing but this whole thing. So HTML string, and now you will see, you'll get your output. See that, everyone? You got the output and everything is still working. So guys, what you did is you converted your HTML code into a string. Okay, and you simply said inside this movies div, put this whole string. But that string was nothing but a HTML content. So guys, it's just like, instead of creating it here, I created it somewhere else in JavaScript as a string, and then I pushed it using another HTML. Now guys, is this much more easier, everyone? Because this is something that we have already seen, right? Guys, I hope this is much more easier, right? Guys, everyone, please confirm that. Two ways. One is the easy way, which is this, inner HTML. But guys, in reality, I would not suggest you to use this, because the inner HTML is much more slower than the real elements. And when you create things using this, it's not real. See guys, I'm not saying that it is not good. You can still use it. But the best part will be to always go with this logic. But for now, to save time, let's go with this. Okay guys, everyone, I hope we are cleared here. Hopefully. Okay. Cool. But now guys, see, this is only one. But what we want is, okay, I'll explain it once again, guys. Guys, see, please focus, everyone. Let's remove this. Do you understand this, everyone? H1 hello / H1. Do you understand this? I have a string in which this is my string, and I'm putting that string inside this div. So that's why I'm getting this output. Do you understand this, everyone? For everyone who is confused. Okay, got it, guys? So now this can be anything, right? Either a simple H1 or a complex whole HTML. Doesn't matter, right? It does not matter at all, guys. It does not matter at all. Same thing. But now, guys, the real deal is we are still only getting one movie, right, everyone? But what we want is, we want all the movies that we have mentioned here. Okay, that means what we need is, for single movie, this is the whole string, right, everyone? That means for every movie, we need to generate this string. Okay, now guys, everyone, please focus, everyone. See, now this is a string for only one movie. But what we want, guys, we want this string to be generated for each and every movie that we have. So now, guys, we need to use a loop. So now please focus. Okay. So now we'll go here and we'll apply a loop. So let's use a simple for loop for our array. So for let I equals 0. I is less than, guys, what's the array name? Movies. So movies dot length and I plus plus. Now, guys, you have to focus, everyone. Okay. Now this loop will run how many times, guys? I have around 8 movies. So this loop will run 8 times. Right, guys? Now every time this loop runs, I want to generate a string like this. Okay. So for that, guys, we'll copy this whole thing again. Okay. And initially we'll have a blank string like this. Okay. A blank string. Now every time this loop runs, I'm going to do this. And yeah, here you can also use a map. It's completely fine. But now, guys, let's go for a normal loop now because we don't have a lot of time. So let's go. So now HTML string equals to HTML string. That means whatever is already in the string plus this new string, which is nothing but. So guys, let me write it in multiple lines like this so that you understand. Plus this new string. So HTML string, whatever it is already, equals to HTML string, which is blank, plus this new string. Now every time when this loop runs, this whole new thing will be generated again and again, guys. Let me show you. If I at the end show you the HTML string, you'll see in the console we have a very big HTML string now. Console.log. See this now, everyone. See in the console, guys, now you'll see there is a really big string. See this, everyone? See. It is generating that whole div again and again for the number of movies that I have. Is that clear, guys? So now this is the whole big string that we have. Collection of divs. It is nothing but a collection of movie divs. Guys, are we cleared with this, everyone? Please confirm that. So now what's happening here is initially my HTML string is a blank string. When the loop starts running, okay, now. So now, guys, please focus, everyone. Please focus. Let me make you understand this. See. So initially, HTML string is blank. A variable is blank, completely blank. Now when my loop starts running, so initially I is 0. Cool. Is 0 less than length? Yes, because length is 8. Nice. Now inside, HTML string equals HTML string, which is nothing but blank, plus this string. Okay, that means this new string plus the blank string will be stored in HTML string. So now HTML string will be having one string, one whole div code. When the next time loop runs, again same thing will be added. So every time that I'm running, this whole thing is getting added again and again. So guys, do you get the idea of what's happening? It's like this. It's like this, guys. See, it's like this. See, check it out here. If I have a equals 2 initially, and if I do a equals a plus 4. Now guys, what will be the answer? What will be the new value of a? Initially a was 2. Now I am doing a equals a plus 4. So that means a equals a. A is 2. 2 plus 4, 6. So the new value of a will be 6. Now if I do a equals a plus 6. What is the current value of a? 6 plus 6. So it will be 12. Are you getting my point, everyone? Guys, you got the idea? Okay. So that's the same thing happening, guys. See. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me remove this code from here. And let me put a normal code here. Like this H1. Now guys, please focus. I'm again just explaining this to you. See now. Initially my variable is having nothing. It's only having a blank string. Correct, everyone? Please focus. I'm telling you the whole thing now. Okay, let's say this is the place where I'm showing you the output. Just like that. Okay, this is the place where I'm showing you the output. Okay. Initially HTML string is a blank string like this. Good. I equals 0, fine. 0 less than length, correct. Come inside. HTML string equals to HTML string, which is blank plus this H1. So guys, blank plus H1 will be H1 because blank is already blank. So blank plus H1 will be this H1. Nice. So for the first time, this got stored. Now blank plus H1. So it generated this. And that thing should be stored in HTML string again. So now the new value of HTML string is this. Now when the loop runs again I'm doing HTML string. But now the current value of HTML string is already one H1 plus the new H1. So now it will have one more H1. like this. And it will be again these two h1s which are generated by this, they will be again stored in HTML string. So now HTML string is having two h1s. Now loop runs again, and again I am saying HTML string which is already having two h1s plus one more h1. So it will have one more h1. You got the idea, guys, everyone? I hope now you got the whole idea here. Everyone, please confirm that. I hope now you got the whole idea, right? So then n number of time this loop runs, that many h1s will be generated. Now, just replace that h1. Now h1 is a small code, but just replace that h1 with a big code like this. It's the one and the same thing. It's just a big div. That's all. A div with multiple elements. Same thing. Initially, it's blank. So I'm saying blank plus this whole code. So for the first time, this whole code is stored in HTML string. Next time, HTML string, which is this whole code, plus again the same code. So that code will be run 2 times, then 3 times, then 4 times, then 5 times. That means in this HTML string, finally, I'll have 8 to 10 times the same div. 8 to 10 same divs. And I can put this whole string, which is containing that 8 to 10 strings, inside that movies div. And you'll see, because of that code, it will generate that many movies. See that, everyone? See, it is generating that many movies. But now the problem is, it's generating the same movie again and again. Guys, I hope now you got it, everyone. Guys, please confirm that. I really hope that you got it now. Okay? Good. Now then, finally, guys, see, now why it is getting created the same movie again and again? Because we are literally doing the same thing, right? Same name, same rating, same poster. That means the data is not changing. Now we need to change the data. And guys, we have the access to the data, right? We are applying the loop on an array of objects, right, guys? We are applying the loop of an array of objects. That means, guys, you tell me, can I go here in this loop and can I access movies of 0 or movies of I? Will this not give me a new movie every time? Guys, will this not give me a new movie every time? Initially movies of 0, first movie. Then movies of 1, second movie. Then movies of 2, third movie. Movies of 4, movies of 5. Yes or no, guys? Everyone. So what I can do is, I can go here in my string and I can ask that instead of putting Bohemian Rhapsody every time, do one thing. Dollar curly braces. How we template, guys? Remember the first day. Don't put hard-coded title. Whatever is my current movie, movies of I, 0. That means for the first time, 0. Second time, first movie. Right? Third time, second index movie. Fourth time, third index movie. So, movies of I, whatever its name. For rating, also don't fix it. Whatever rating I have given. So, whatever is my current movie, movies of I, dot its rating. And for poster also, don't fix this poster. For SRC also, whatever my current movie is, so movies of I dot poster. So now, guys, see what will happen now. We know that in this loop, for the first time, we have the 0th movie. That means the first movie, which is in the array. So when you generate this string, the name should be that movie's name. The rating should be that movie's rating. Now when the loop happens next time, I'll have the second movie. So at that time, when you're generating the string again, so guys, that means every time when it generates a string, a new movie's data will be there. And that's why, guys, now your output will look like this. See, now you have a new movie every time. Is that clear, guys? Everyone. And now finally some CSS adjustment and everything's done. Let's go in CSS and ask the movies one, where is movies, to have a display of flex so that everything goes horizontally. So now display of flex, and you'll see now it looks like this. Okay, now there's width is getting small. So for that, what I can do, I can say flex wrap, so that they are wrapped like this. And now you can also give some column gap to, give some gap between them. So for that, guys, column gap of, let's say, one movie is 20%. So 4 will take around 80%. So 20% is left. So I can give a gap of around 7%, something like that. I think that's too much. 6%. How come? Yeah, 6%. I think 6.66 will be fine. Yeah, nice. I think 6.66 will be fine. 6.66%. Okay. And guys, also row gap, because there are 2 rows, but I also need some gap there. So for that, row gap of 20 pixels. I think that should be enough. And see that, guys, everyone? And now just go ahead and remove the red color of the background so that it's not visible. Remove this red. And now here we go, guys. See? And the best part is when I hover on Lagan, I see Lagan's description. Here we go. Oppenheimer, Moonlight, Maleficent, John Wick, Avengers, Bohemian Rhapsody, Endgame, and all the movies that I want. Is that clear, guys? And now finally, simply go ahead and remove this gray as well. And see, you'll have something like this. I know without gray, it's not looking that great, right? So let's have that gray. Let's have that gray. Let's put light gray, not the dark one. Let's put light gray. Okay. So now, guys, and again, guys, it's up to you. I'm not styling it that much. I'm just making it very simple, but you can make it much more better by applying some more styles. Why not? Right, everyone? So guys, you can add more movies. And now, guys, you have generated all your movies using JavaScript. You generated all your movies using JavaScript, guys. Okay. So please tell me, guys, understood this whole thing, everyone, how to run a movie trailer. Now, I don't think we have time for that much, but no issues. What I'll do is I'll try to add that trailer logic in this code, and then I'll share this code. Okay. Thank you so much, Charan. Thank you so much, buddy. Priya, to understand that why I'm using the $sign, you have to watch the first lecture again. That is called as string templating. Okay, let me add Leo movie. Let me do that because I think Akash is asking from a lot of days. So let me just add Leo movie. Final movie, Leo movie, quickly. And guys, the best part is now I don't have to, worry about adding any HTML. I just have to, search for like the poster or anything like this. Let's say this one. Copy the image address. Not this. Copy the image address. Go in your JavaScript. And just add one more object. Any more object means movies. That's it. So now just go here. Let's quickly go. Name Leo. Poster. That poster. And let's say rating of 8.7, something like that. Save it, and here we go. See that, guys? Now we have that movie as well. Here we go. Leo at the end. Okay. Guys, now finally, are we ready to perform filter, everyone? The last feature of this whole thing. Guys, everyone, last feature will just take 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Not more than that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Okay, everyone. Let's go. Now, see, guys, we already have a function. Everyone, see, we already have a function in which I'm getting whatever I'm writing. Correct, everyone? Remember this function, everyone? Guys, remember this function, search movie. So we have a feature already working, right? Whenever I write in something in this, I get that text in my console. Now, just based on that text, I need to figure out, do I have that movie with me or not in my array? Because that is my collection of data. Okay. So guys, let's go and let's do that quickly. So guys, how to check if the movie that the user is writing. Now guys, I hope that you have not forgotten that in movie name variable, I get whatever I'm writing. I just need to check if I have this name in my array or not. And that's very easy, guys. For that, JavaScript gives you a function. So guys, what is our array name? Movies. Okay. So let's go here. We'll call movies. Okay. Movies equals, sorry, not movies. Movies, it has a function dot filter. In this filter function, you pass one more function. Okay. And now guys, in this, you'll get one movie one by one. Okay. So let's just try it movie, something like that. So guys, what this filter function does is, let me first of all tell you, this filter function goes to every movie one by one. This filter function goes to every movie one by one. First, it will go to this movie, then it will go to this movie, then it will go to this movie, then it will go to this movie, one by one. Okay. And every time that single movie will be available in this object. So whenever filter starts, it goes on the first movie. Okay. It goes on the first movie, and that movie is available in this variable. Next time, the second movie will be available. Next time, the third movie will be available. Next time, the fourth one. Now guys, there is a little detail behind it, but for now I'm just doing a little shortcut because we don't have that much time. But don't worry guys, in the future sessions I'll be explaining you in a much more detail on how to work with this. Okay. Now here you need to write a condition, and my condition is just check if that movie's name matches my movie name. That's all guys, that's all. Or I think guys, in this case I should go with a simpler approach. Let's say if you're not understanding filter, should I go with the simple approach guys, so that you don't have to worry about filter anymore? Let's create our own filter. What say guys? Rather than using this filter, if you're getting confused in the filter, let me use our normal filter function. Okay, let's go everyone. Let's go. So now the first thing I want to confirm that user has written something. Okay, so for that guys, I'll check if movie name is not equal to blank. If it is not blank, then only I want to perform filter. Okay, let's go with the simple approach guys. Let's go with the simple approach. Okay, so the first logic is, if movie name is not equal to blank, that means user has written something, then only I want to perform filter. Okay, I'll go with filter then. No issues. I'll go with filter. So movies. I'm just thinking, should I go with filter for now? I don't want everyone to get confused. That's the only thing. So filter function movie and then in here guys, we just have to go simply and just check return that movie if that movie dot name, let's convert into uppercase so that there's no confusion. So to uppercase, if that movie name matches, so equal to, okay, my movie name, whatever I'm putting. So my movie name is movie name dot to uppercase. Okay, why I'm converting to uppercase? So that the user, I don't know, right? User can write the text by caps lock on, or user can write the text by caps lock off. So I don't know. That's why I don't care. Whatever you write, I will convert into uppercase so that I don't have any issue. So whatever you write, I'll convert into uppercase. Okay, you write lowercase, uppercase, I don't care. So now guys, this will return you an array. This will give you back an array. Okay, so now for that, what we're going to be doing here is, we'll go here and guys, this returns an array of all the movies which are matching your text. So let's store it in a new array. So let call it as result like this. So guys, that's what's going to happen here. This movies.filter will check your name with all the movies name, and whatever it finds out that are matching will store it in this result. And it's also going to be an array. Now let me show you that quickly. Console.log result. If I show it to you, see this. Now if I search for Lagan here, see what happens. LA, see blank array because there's nothing with LA. But guys, if you want that whatever I'm writing, if it is also matching, I still want that. So rather than using equal to, because equal to will only work if everything matches. Right? Let me show you. If I go and write the whole Lagan, see, then I get the movie. As soon as I write the whole Lagan, I get the whole Lagan movie. See that everyone? I get the whole Lagan movie. But I want that even if I write LA, I should get all the movies starting with LA. So rather than using equal to, you can do dot index of, or you can use includes. If the movie name includes whatever I'm writing, half of that also, it's fine for me. So if the movie name just includes whatever I'm writing, LA, LAG, just consider that movie. And now you'll see. See guys, LA. So initially when I wrote L, I got 5 movies. Why 5 movies? Because Lagan is also having L, Moonlight is also having L, Maleficent is also having L, Leo is also having L. But as soon as I go and write LA, then I only get Lagan, because that is the only movie with LA. Is that clear, guys? So now that is much more better. Now the final task is, guys, we are getting the movie array. Guys, we are getting the movie array. Now the final task is just to display this. Final task is just to display this. That's all. Okay, this whole array. So let's ask our display function that you will not display this array by default. Yes, filter search the whole array, Dinesh. Yes. Now see, guys, what I want to do here is I am not going to let my display to directly access this array that I have on top. I'll tell it that I will give you some array, movie array, whenever I call you. I'll give you some data. Okay, and you have to loop on that data. Okay. So rather than movies, I use data here. I'm sending a parameter, guys. I'm sending a parameter. Okay, and this function will use that parameter as an array. But for that parameter, I will pass my movies array here. Movies. So it will be still same. Nothing changes. Okay, still same. Why still same, guys? Because see, initially I was directly using my movies array here. But now I said no. I have a parameter called as data, and I'll be applying loop on that data. But for that data, I'll be sending the movies array as an argument. And one more thing, guys, whenever you start the display logic, make sure initially you clear out the whole div. So document dot get element by ID movies dot inner HTML should by default become blank. So initially, guys, every time display movies is called, it will first make sure that this whole gray area becomes blank, and then only all the movies are displayed. That's all I want. Now here we go. Final logic. Final logic, guys. Once my search completes, I will again call display movies. And this time, instead of passing the whole movies that I want to display, I will pass this result. This is what I want to display. So, result. This new movie array. And now see, guys, here we go. If I type L, see, I only have movies which have L in it. Why come Oppenheimer is coming here? Wait. Silly mistake somewhere maybe. Oppenheimer. It is L, right? L-A. Wait, some issue is there. Oh, okay, guys, forgot. Here I am using data, but here I'm still using movies. I forgot that. Data. And data. Nice. Now let's see. So now if I go and type L, here we go. Lagan, Moonlight, Maleficent, Leo. A, only Lagan. Cut this, they will come back. Cut this. Now whole thing is not coming back. So I want that once my field becomes empty, I want the whole thing to come back. So for that, guys, just go ahead. See, if the movie name is not blank, perform searching. But if it becomes blank, that means else. Display all the movies again. So display movies, the whole array. So now, guys, my display movies doesn't know which array to display. I ask it to display the movies array, it will display the data of movies array. I ask it to display the result array, it will display the data of result array. It's like that. So now, guys, here, see. Now if I search L, here we go. If I search M, see, Moonlight, Avengers Endgame, Oppenheimer, A, only Maleficent. Okay, and see, if I just go back, thing comes back. So guys, that's how you can create a basic search, everyone. Now see, guys, the only changes I made is initially in my display movies, I directly used my movies array. Now I said no. I will, through a parameter, send you a movies array. You have to display that movies array. So I replaced wherever I had movies with data. And guys, this data is nothing. It's just going to be my movies array, because only changes I'm sending it from outside. That's all. It's like this. I have a function like do something. Initially, I was directly having A equals 2. But now I said no. Wherever I call the function, from there I'll send data. So rather than doing this, you expect me a parameter from me. And I will give 2 from here. This 2 will go in A, and then A can use it. So instead of using it directly inside, I'm sending it from outside.